MSP is concerned, making it a legal obligation can create many complexities in the system. One of that would be if the supply of a commodity is more than the demand, then price cannot come below MSP and nobody is ready to buy. Where will that commodity go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Normally in a market economy, when the supply exceeds demand, the price comes down and the market clears. Now, if you don't allow the price to come down, then everything the government will have to buy. And as a private individual, if the trader buys it at a below MSP, then he or she can be put behind the bars if the legal situation is there. So what will happen is that in commodities where supply exceeds demand, there is going to be a major problem even for the farmer because nobody will touch it. So they will have to face that problem, which they are not realizing today. They feel everything government should buy. Now government cannot buy everything. That's the problem. That's number one. What will be the implication of this on the budget? What they are asking is MSP should not be based on cost A2 plus FL, which is the paid out costs and family labor, but also include the cost of imputed rent on owned land and imputed interest on owned capital, which roughly will increase the cost by 25 to 30%. That means MSP will have to be increased by that amount. Now, if MSP has to be increased for that amount, food subsidy, which today is 2,12,000 crores, it will go up by another 60,000 crores or so just for wheat and rice. And if other commodities will have to be bought, and then at what price the government will clear, we have no clue whether it will cost 5 lakh crore or 10 lakh crore or 2 lakh crore. Because that will depend upon if the market price is 20% below MSP, then the damage to the fisc will be much more than if it is just 5% below MSP and how much the government buys. So a lot depends upon that. So I think there has to be a realization that making it legal can create trouble for the farmer too. Okay? So the best way forward is there could be different ways to give some protection to the farmer on the market risk, and that is, there could be a price stabilization fund. So when the prices go below MSP, the government comes and does a little bit of procurement and try to give a better price to the farmer. But raising the MSP by 25-30% in one go for 23 commodities, I don't think that's a very wise step.
So we are talking about just the 23 commodities, but agriculture is not just about the 23 commodities, sir, here. What about the other crops, other sort of farmings? How will it, if we implement MSP law, how will it going to impact on other crops and other farmers who are doing other kind of farmings, not just rice, wheat? What will happen to them, sir?
They will also demand, what is the sin I have committed if I am a milk farmer? So give me also MSP and legal binding of MSP. So everybody will demand that. That's what I'm saying. It is going to create massive distortion in the system.
Mm-hmm. So sir, if it is not given to them, only we are talking about 23 commodities. Will the farming of those other commodities will reduce, and what kind of impact are we talking about if only 23 commodities?
If there is no market risk in these 23 commodities, then the price is 30% higher than what it is today, MSP, because that's what they are talking. MSP should be based on C2. Then who would do rest of the things? Everybody would like to come here. So market risk है ही नहीं. बाकी कुछ भी उगाओगे अब when you are growing vegetables or fruits, sometimes the price is high, sometimes the price is low, right? So everybody would like to get into this because ये तो सरकार खरीदेगी.
So, sir, if
It will create a major distortion in the production basket.
sir, if this demand is not accepted and MSP law is not implemented, so but the major concern is how will you handle the crash of situation where the market crashes, like the tomato prices crashes? How are we going to handle such situations, sir?
That's where the price stabilization fund is there. And you can use that when the situation is in a crisis mode, then the government should come forward either to give compensation to the farmers or procure it and process it. Because this happens every second, third year with perishable commodities. Sometimes the onion is down, sometimes tomato is down, sometimes the potato is down. Then why stop at these three? Even when bhindi is low or gobi is being sold at 10 rupees a kg, then government should enter. तो क्या क्या करेगी सरकार? Will it start procuring gobi and cabbage and lady finger and all that? It can't. There are more than 100 commodities in agriculture.
So, sir, how do you see? Hello.
Yes,
Hi.
please.
Sir, how do you? Yes, sir. Sir, how do you see the Swaminathan Commission's recommendation? What is your viewpoint on it, and should it be implemented soon? Like people are demanding, sir.
Well, people are demanding. They have been demanding for the last 15 years. It was submitted in 2006. It was thoroughly reviewed by the government that set up that committee, namely the Congress UPA government at that time. And it's not me. They rejected it because it is not economically feasible.
Sir, how is it not? Yes, sir.
It cannot be implemented. How can you make it legal? Will you ensure that the remote corners of Andamans, that price is being sold at MSP or below that? All the world over, markets work.
So, sir, if this demand is not accepted about over this MSP law, how do you suggest that this situation is handled? How do you suggest that government? What should be the step of government?
That's for the government to take care because there are economic issues and there are political issues. Economically, you can give them some deal, some better package. You can announce a bonus or compensation or PM Kisan. You can do a number of things. You can announce a price stabilization fund of 25,000 crores to do these operations. So there are a number of options that you can do. PM Kisan can be raised from 6,000 to 10,000. But issue is how much is in your kitty. Everybody wants more. The consumers want free food. Why are you giving free food to 800 million people? Everybody has to work to earn their living. I can understand those who are extremely poor and they will starve if they don't have free food. But 800 million people are getting food in this country free of cost. Is that a rational policy? It's pure revenue. Okay. So the question is, farmer is taking the risk and farmer is working hard to produce. And because of those efforts, you're getting food security in the country. So his income and her income has to go up. There is no doubt about that. But how do you increase that income? There are different ways. But then you have to get more resources to their hand. If you want to increase their price by 30%, good luck. Go it and see the inflation in the economy. And then the consumers will say, you are killing us. So the policy maker has to walk on a very tight rope. Okay, they have to balance the interest of the farmers as well as balance the interests of the consumers. And
So
that
sir,
is an art of policy making.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.